This is the Raider Cop Nation podcast with your host Alpha Mike and the gang, patrolling America's law enforcement beat. Now here's your weekly briefing on Raider Cop Nation. Episode number 63. I'm your host, Alpha Mike, Raider Cop Nation. We are talking today about giving thanks. What do we give thanks for during every season in our life? Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Thanksgiving. That's old. That passed already. But you're supposed to give thanks every day of your life. So that's what we're going to examine a little bit down the road. But for now, we're going to talk about some upcoming events. And one of them is on Raider Cop Nation. Don't forget, in January, we kick off our series, Who, What, When, Where, and Why, and How. It's a 6-part series which deals with carrying concealed. And it's going to be how you carry concealed and all the elements that go with it. And we will discuss things that you might not ordinarily think about and making it a little bit more interested. So we encourage you to listen. It'll be one episode a month for 6 months, 6 episodes. And of course, we have our special superhero guest hosts that are going to come on, and we're going to talk about carrying concealed, how and what you should think about. So stay tuned for that on Raider Cop Nation. Numbers are going up. We are getting in the thousands of downloads. Happy about our numbers. Our last series that we did on training with firearms, still the most popular of the series that we've ever had. So people are hungry for knowledge and knowledge on firearms. Test everything. 5 minutes or less of the power of God. That's out there. You can go to RaiderCopNation.com and you will see the selection that says Test Everything. Click on that and you can hear all our episodes. Remember that Test Everything, the episode will run until December 31st, and then we might have some changing of the provider that we use. That is still under scrutiny, but you will continue to hear it. After January, we will leave the everyday series and we'll start transitioning into most likely twice a week. So we'll pick the difficult ones, the AWOL Monday and Fantastic Friday. Okay, it's when people are least thinking about God. And so we might do it those 2 days, but stay tuned for that. Test everything. 5 minutes, only 5 minutes on the power of God for your life, and it will impact you. Thanksgiving. We had our Thanksgiving turkey, and a lot of people say, well, why didn't you do this series Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving? Because we want to remind you a week after the event that we're still giving thanks. Thanks is something that you render every day. So I have a series that I want to talk about at the end of this episode. I want to really talk about giving thanks, but we're going to bring on our superheroes, and they, of course, will tell us why they give thanks. We have 3 superheroes lined up for you today, and that is going to be Wonder Woman, Kilo Sierra, and of course, the cop. And they will tell us of the power in them, the superhero power in them, what makes them tick and say thank you every day. Very powerful. So I don't want to really waste a lot of time on this. I think somewhere in America, most likely somewhere in Florida, they are still counting votes. They're still opening drawers and finding votes that fall out of them, opening trunks and seeing all kinds of ballots just lying in the back of trunks as we speak. Mm-mm. All right, first one up today with us on episode 63, Give Thanks. Of course, Wonder Woman, Women Go First. And we finally got her. We reached out to her. We have all our electronic devices, so we're going to reach out again. And I'm pretty sure that's going to work. So stand by. Here we go. Ready? Stand by. That's right, folks. You thought she'd never be back. But we summoned her with the Wonder Woman alert system. It took a while, but she's here, and we're happy to have her with us. Welcome to Raider Cop Nation.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be back. Been pretty busy, work, kids, family, home.
That's right. Wonder Woman is an actual person.
Yes, an actual busy person. But I always try to make time for the important things and the important people. So here I am. So good morning.
Thank you. We are celebrating, of course, for the World Turkey Day. For believers, we're ready to give thanks. And we're ready to give thanks in the season that is our life today. We each are in a different season. What does Wonder Woman, the super powerful Wonder Woman, have to give thanks for this season?
Oh my God. We become like so skeptical of everything that happens in our lives, and then we think that everything that's been happening so far, a lot of it I've attained by my own efforts. A lot of it, are blessings from God. A lot of it is just, a part of life, and we, I think, put everything in a category, and we don't want to. I guess as Christians and as believers, we don't want to say, well, there's a lot of things that has happened to me that has nothing to do with my Christian life or my Christian beliefs or God's destiny for my life. So we kind of put it to the side, and we're not thankful for it because we don't want to seem, I guess, we don't want to appear to be either self-centered or selfish or arrogant or whatever it is. So we kind of live our Christian life, and we try to and I'll speak for me. Sometimes my belief of what my Christian life is supposed to be is putting certain things to the side and just, worrying about these because these are the ones that really matter, in my Christian walk or in my Christian life. And we forget to understand that everything that happens in our lives, it doesn't matter how small it is. It doesn't matter if it was something spiritual, if it was a spiritual blessing, if it was a secular blessing, if it was, just anything that happened to us at any given time in our lives. We fail to see that everything that happens is controlled by God, is put there by God. And if it's making us happy, if it's bringing joy to our lives, if it's something that's changing our lives for the better, then obviously that blessing did come from God because He doesn't add any heartache or any troubles to our lives, with the blessings that He gives us. So if you're enjoying life, if there's something good that's happening, hey, you better believe it that it did come from God. So there's so many things that I could be thankful for this year, the years past, and everything that's happened in my life lately. And I do believe that it was blessings from God Himself, because it's just completely changed my life for the better. And that's what I have to be thankful for. I mean, in my personal life, when it comes to my family, my kids, everything that I have and everything that I'm able to be a part of on a daily basis with them. Obviously, I'm thankful for that. My job, my career, just my new position, my new promotion, how God has made that happen for me in such a wonderful way, with His help. I tried before, it didn't happen. It just wasn't God's time. But when it was God's time, it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened in the most miraculous way, in the easiest way possible. And He just made it so simple for me to be able to attain this, and I did. With effort, obviously, and, the studying and the late nights and everything that I had to put into it. But, He made that happen. So those are one of those, those are the things that I kind of tend to put to the side. Oh, well, this is not spiritual, and this has nothing to do with my Christian life. But it's a blessing,
Yeah.
and the apostles, said that it's God's willingness to bless us in every which way possible, and everything that we have going on in our lives. It's His, it's His doing to bless us. It's what He wants to do, whether it be physical, spiritual, emotional, whatever it is. He wants to bless us anyways, because He takes control, because He wants to have control of your life,
Yeah.
even in the minor things that happen to you. So, I'm really thankful for that. Obviously, my friends and the people that always support me and the people that always back me up and are there for me. Especially thankful for Alex. He's always been such a great blessing in my life. And a lot of times we have family that are so far away. We never see them. We never speak to them. But they're blood related. They're family.
Mm-hmm.
And, they can't be around. They're not around. And they're just that side of you that you just never see.
Right.
And it's people that you meet along the way, like you and like many others that, are there. You might be far at a distance, but you're always a phone call away, and you're always very supportive and very loving and caring. And that's just something that I really do appreciate, because, again, I'm here by myself. I'm a single parent, 3 kids, and, sometimes you just need that little extra support.
Right.
So I'm especially thankful for everything that you're doing with the program and with people and just reaching out. And I know you have your life and you're busy and your kids and, everything that you do. And I was just asking you before the program started. I don't know how you do it. I really just don't know how you do it, So kudos to you, power to you. And, I'm especially thankful that you're able to be an example in my life, and I'm sure an example in other people's lives, and a role model to a lot of people, even to your own kids and your own family and your friends. So,
Well, I thank you. Those very, very nice words. And of course, I'm thankful to have, and I'm going to, wrap up a lot of this show with why I'm specifically thankful this season. You've touched on a lot, and it also is how God works with the little things in our life. It could be something so simple, but it's a blessing. And the reason it's because it's God talking to us at the same time that He blesses us with those little things, that He says, I'm listening to you. I'm focused on you. I'm helping you. I'm carrying you as well. So powerful words from Wonder Woman. So today you have learned the truth of one of her secret powers, and that is that God is a spiritual force behind the amazing Wonder Woman. And we're happy to have known that. Now, of course, that secret power has to remain a secret, because, we can't let the enemy know that Wonder Woman has these secret powers. But it is, we are so happy and so blessed to have you on our show as a co-host, and all the things that you do too. and it's recognized, I think, worldwide, especially in law enforcement, a woman's struggle in law enforcement, single, with kids, all those things say who that person is. And it says a lot. It's a testimony that people can understand. So we thank you for your sacrifice and your service as well.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, well, you know she did a dramatic entrance, so she's going to do a dramatic exit. Thank you, Wonder Woman, for being with us today.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you for having me. Happy holidays, everyone.
Well, just like that woman, Wonder Woman's back to doing her superhero feats. And we learned what makes her tick, and we learned what she is grateful for. So, great insight, always keeping in mind that there is not a day to give thanks, but a season, and the season turns into a daily event. Very important. Now, we got two more superheroes on deck. I think it's time to bring our second one in, but guess who it is?
I'm very grateful to be here. How are you today?
I'm having a fantastic day. I know that you must have had a fantastic turkey, salmonella free.
Yeah, I'm still talking to you, exactly. So.
See, you're still with us, so you must
Yeah.
have gotten one before the outbreak.
Exactly. I cooked it well. I want to make sure.
So, but one of the things that we do now, we're not having, of course, this show during the Thanksgiving, the day after, or anything like that, but we're doing it a week later, letting our visitors or our audience know that we especially are continuous in our thankfulness. It's just not a day. So that's why we're not doing this the day before. It's a lifestyle that the purpose of Thanksgiving is to give thanks. So the big question is, and the as we say here on Radio Cop Nation, the double tap question here is, what do you have to be thankful for?
Me, I have so many things to be grateful for, but definitely from life experiences. First and foremost, I'm grateful for my health because I know what it's like. I've seen people have everything they ever wanted, but then they're too sick to enjoy it.
Yes.
And that's something that I'm extremely grateful for. I try to take care of myself. I try to go to the gym, and I don't always eat the best things, as Thanksgiving did,
Right.
illustrate. However, I do try to take care of myself, but health is huge. And then right behind health, or I should say parallel to health, is family.
Yes.
Is my family, because I love my daughter, I love my wife, I love my family, my brothers, sisters. My mom passed away in February.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So but I'm really close to my family, and I know how important that is, and because I feel like I'm never alone.
Right.
No matter what with family, because it's for me, family is everything.
Yes.
It's everything. And we try to get together on the holidays. Sometimes we can't. Everybody has a schedule, but that's okay because the love is there, and that's all that counts.
Most definitely. And family is an extension of us.
Correct.
And so if you don't love yourself, it's kind of hard to reach out and love your family. So
Correct.
I can understand that thankfulness.
Correct. Yes, and it's great to see them, especially on Thanksgiving. But we try to get together throughout the year also. But I find it so important that all of us here, we just need to celebrate, Thanksgiving, because to me it's always has been an important holiday. Because even though I'm grateful every day, I'm very cognizant and appreciative. It at least acts like a reminder that listen, it's a special occasion to get together and just celebrate who you are and in your life. And
Right.
that's why I think it's such a great holiday that unfortunately sometimes it's underestimated. It's underutilized.
Yes. It is it's turned into a little bit of a fad.
Mm-hmm.
It's turned into that holiday between,
Mm-hmm.
Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, that one. But
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right.
it should be a family event where you do gather with your family and you are thankful, which was the purpose of Thanksgiving or the creation of Thanksgiving. And your health, the point that you brought up about your health is so important. We don't know when something could happen. And I
Mm-hmm.
tell everybody, recently I'm going through, not me personally, but my dad is. And you never know. You're one phone call away, one text
Mm-hmm.
message away from bad
Mm-hmm.
news.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've got to. It's a challenge. Your faith has to carry you through.
Oh
And
yes.
I think the most important part of anything like that to happen is to be thankful, even in that storm, for what you have.
Yep. Yep. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. That is very true because you have to solidify. Like in my case, my faith is solidified. All the
Yeah.
things I've been through, and then losing my mom, but like you said, it's that faith and that tenacity that you have that keeps you strong no matter what storm, so you can come out of it and ride through the storm. Exactly.
Now, I recently saw a
Hmm.
picture of you. I believe it was in a newspaper,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you had this Bruce Lee pose thing going on there.
Yes, I
And
did.
I said, "Look at my superhero there." Just
I
tell
was,
us a little bit about that. That was great. That was great.
oh, thank you, thank you. What it was is that I was taking a Tai Chi class because I've been into the martial arts my whole life.
Good.
I've dabbled in just, I'm not a black belt in anything, but I've tried different styles. I've tried Japanese styles, Chinese styles, I've tried Korean styles, and this is more on the I'm getting older style.
Yeah.
Where, so, so this
The
is where I
leg
can't
doesn't
get
go
hurt.
up as it used to. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. So what I decided to do was I love Tai Chi in this because you see so many people doing it, and it's really effective. It helps me meditate. It helps with my muscles and arthritis and things like that. So
Yeah.
I took a class near my area. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that the local newspaper they were taking pictures because there was a big story on the news. They were going to air. They were going to take pictures and have the story published about a month later because the picture was taken about a month ago. And I'm like, okay. So they were asking us, "Do any of you mind if we take pictures?" I'm like, no, that's all right. So we're doing the moves. I was doing a specific move, and I didn't realize that they were going to use literally my picture. I'm
That
like, I
was
had
it.
no idea.
You're the
Like,
movie
whoa,
actor. You're it. You're the credits to the movie.
yeah. Was totally shocked. It came out, yes. I'm like, oh my God, of course the comments I got, grasshopper, this and
Oh yeah.
that.
You're never gonna live this down. You know that.
Oh no. Oh no. No, exactly. But it was a privilege. It was an honor. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was a nice surprise yesterday. So
Yeah.
that was funny, but Tai Chi is great. I'm just a beginner, of course,
Right.
and but even I'm already reaping the benefits of Tai Chi, and that goes part and parcel with the health part, where I'm finding something that's actually beneficial for me for my health because I want
Mm-hmm.
to.
Yeah.
I'm 49 years old. I'm not getting any younger,
Mm-hmm.
and these are things that become more concerning. When you're in your 20s, you think you're impervious. You think
Oh
you're going to live
yes.
forever.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Walk through
and oh,
walls.
nothing will happen to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Kool-Aid guy. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna
the
get walk
Kool-Aid
through walls.
guy. Yeah.
I was like, really? Now I was like, oh, no, not so good. So that's why they caught that picture, because I was taking my a Tai Chi class, and great instructor, great techniques. It's really, I recommend Tai Chi to anyone, because anybody from any age could do it. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Now, you can start civil wars by actually advertising for a specific martial art. I know that there's haters out there always flying around in their brooms. So,
oh my goodness. Yes.
But I agree with you. And I was a student of Japan Karate Association, which is known to outsiders as Shotokan. And one of the founders, one of the founders of JKA Karate, Nakayama, he studied Tai Chi for 10 years in China. So
see, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he incorporated some of the moves. But whenever you expand your mind and you have an open mind to learn something, the body benefits.
Oh, most definitely. I consider myself a perpetual student.
Yeah.
In everything. In everything. So that's why I study different things. I do meditation. I'm no expert in anything. I'm learning, but I'm very open-minded in that respect. So I need to open my my horizons, and Tai Chi is definitely one. But it's funny you mentioned that. You're so right. All these haters come out defending different styles. Well, when all styles are great, it all depends on if you're good at one style versus another. It's all on the individual. So
I did a series a while back on martial arts and law enforcement, and if you could only read some of the emails, I mean, it's comical.
I can just
they
imagine.
really take offense to, you didn't mention my style. My style's the ancient style from the mountains with the monk. Okay, well, yeah, you get the point.
That's funny. I could just see that. Yeah. It's all good. All different types of martial. They're all good. It all depends on your body style and your dexterity, and you might be good at one and not the other. So that's what makes martial arts awesome.
Exactly.
You can pick which one is perfect for you as an individual. So I love it. I'm a perpetual student in that respect. And Tai Chi for me has helped with the meditation portion of it, and it's the getting older and not getting hurt martial art for now.
Yeah. No striking, no nothing. But it is a very powerful art. You see those people, those Orientals, Chinese, practicing in parks. This is a way of life for them.
Exactly, and I noticed that, and these are individuals you see a lot of elderly individuals.
Right.
I'm doing the Tai Chi, and I was like, you know what? There must be something to this, and I started doing some research, and that's when I started looking it up and the science of it and the philosophy of it, and I've only done it for about a year and a half, and I'm already reaping the physical benefits, and I'm just a novice.
Yeah.
As I can imagine, if I really dedicate some time and seek some more training, and I can imagine the benefits. So, but I definitely highly recommend it for anyone who just wants to, to learn meditation, mindfulness, and go through any minor arthritis issues or whatever. It's awesome, and having a great instructor it's even better. It's great. It's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Well, we thank Kilo Sierra to come out on Raider Cop Nation and share with us what he is thankful for, and we really are thankful to have you as one of our co-hosts here on Raider Cop Nation.
And I really thank you so much, and it's been an honor and a pleasure being a host on your show, and I look forward to being a host in the future as well.
Thank you, my friend.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
And just like that, Kilo Grasshopper Sierra was gone. Chop, chop. Now, as we move on, we're going up to our last guest. I'll play his theme song, which everybody likes. We will bring him on. He will tell us all the things that he has to be grateful and thankful for. And I know he has a whole lot to be thankful for. And it's going to be a pleasure to listen to him. So let's bring him on. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It is always one of our blessings to have you, the cop, on the show. And we thank you for taking out time and being with us. As we celebrate, we've already celebrated Thanksgiving, and we're reminding our listeners that one should always give thanks every day. It's not just one day. And specifically, we give thanks in different parts of our lives, different seasons. But every season means something different to somebody else because everybody goes through struggles and anxieties and stress and so forth. So what we have in today's show is what would our superheroes give thanks for? What do you give thanks for this Thanksgiving season?
Well, I give thanks not just during Thanksgiving. I give thanks every day for God's glory, for giving me the opportunity to just be on this earth every day. After having a health scare a couple of years ago, I've learned how precious life is and how precious our time on this beautiful planet is. And I give thanks for God for that every day. Amongst my family and amongst my friends and my coworkers, I'm thankful for them every day. I've been blessed to have met some incredible people throughout the years, in and outside of law enforcement, people like yourself and other people in our circles that have always influenced me and have always guided me in the right direction. Like you said, it's not just during Thanksgiving. It's I believe that we should be thankful every day. And Thanksgiving is just that one day that puts it all together for us and gives us all as a unit, as a family, to come together and give thanks.
Yeah, excellent answer. I did tell the audience that you had a lot to be thankful for. And all our superheroes have something to give to be thankful for. But I told them, you especially, and you've answered that question to them now that they probably had why you're giving thanks this season.
Well, man, we have there's so many close calls that we've had in our careers, and it shows us that there is a God watching over us, and He's a great God. He's a giving God, gracious God, and He definitely protects His warriors. And us as warriors, I know, we've had I had a lot of close calls in Iraq, and many other warriors have, and those of us that have been fortunate to come back whole and come back alive, we're very thankful, and we're very thankful for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice overseas and here at home. We're thankful for them because without them, we will not have the freedoms that we do have in this wonderful country of ours.
Exactly. Your sacrifice is something that we can all be thankful for as well. And we're thankful here on Raider Cop Nation to have you as one of our super guest heroes. We thank you for the time that you always give us. You're very, very humble with that. And we wish you the best, not only this Thanksgiving season, but every day and every season in your life.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always an honor to be here. And, I pray that your listeners take our lead and always thank those men and women that are out there serving for our freedoms, those men and women and our first responders, our police and fire service, because they need those prayers, and we need to be thankful for them because If it wasn't for them, we will not be having the freedoms that we do have today.
Amen.
And I thank you, my friend, and I wish you and everybody listening a very Merry Christmas. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and lots of love to everybody.
Thank you for being part of Raider Cop Nation.
No, you're quite welcome, my friend.
Just like that, the cop went back on patrol. So we all feel safe. So many things that our superheroes can give thanks for. And the most important message we want to send out to the audience is giving thanks, of course, is a daily event. It's not necessarily a day or a holiday per se. And we have so many things that we can give thanks for. For me, the first thing to put in perspective to give thanks, giving thanks to God, giving thanks to the Almighty that came in the form of a man in flesh, died on a cross for me, for my sinful ways, and allowing me the greatest gift of all, eternal life. That is a daily thanks that I reflect on the message of the cross in my life, and that allows me to gratefully and have a grateful heart saying thank you. Thanking for all my wonderful children, from the oldest to the youngest to the grandkids. They are such a blessing that I've been allowed to have, and that I can, in some way, some shape, or some form, shape them in their future. And I take that responsibility highly, and I know that I'm being blessed by God. And blessed for all those individuals that are in my life. They're not there for chance, they're there by purpose, and I thank them also. Raider Cop Nation, we're very, very appreciative of the fact that we are allowed to come to you every week and spit out some knowledge in law enforcement. We thank you, the listeners, for listening to us and for staying in tune to what we have, our message that we're sending. I'm very appreciative of my co-host. They are a great group. They are always there and very supportive, and I'm very appreciative of all of them. They take time out of their busy schedules to come on the program and help out. And of course, my co-host, Mike Sierra, all the great things that he has done and continues to do for not only Raider Cop Nation, but also Leatherneck 7. So a lot to be thankful for this season and in our lives. Reflect on, if you have the opportunity, Psalms 150, and that should put you in that spirit to say thank you. How do you get in contact with us? Well, it's still the old same, RaiderCopNation.com. And as you scroll down, those icons are going to pop up from Facebook to Twitter to YouTube and so forth. And you can connect with us. Of course, send us messages, what you want to hear, and so forth. Subscribe, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, all that is there as well. It is always delightful to me. We get these things called analytics that we get to look at, And I look at all the people that are hearing the program, as far away as Europe, and you look in other places, Canada, Australia, and Japan. It was like, well, was Japan for real? But people, listen, God is the one that provides the ability for the audience to be captivated by what we are saying for whatever reason, whether it's to seek spiritual guidance, whether it's to seek better understanding in law enforcement, whatever it is. We're just that medium that God has created. So we're very happy as we look up and we're moving up on the charts there. We're on number 63. We're headed towards episode 64, which starts in December 5th, and we're going to be doing a two-part series on the trainer versus the subject matter expert. There is a difference. What is the difference? Two-part series on that. Then we'll drop down to weapon of choice. And everybody wants a firearm. Some people have other weapons that they prefer using. So we'll discuss what type of those, what will those weapons be. And we're going to wrap up the year on episode 67 in Now What? 2019. And we're going to talk about what is to come in 2019. And lastly, January 2nd, starting off the new year, 2019, we'll be writing 2018 for at least a month and a half till the brain finally figures out, no, it's not 8, it's 9 now. And you can go on with your life. But we will start off January 2nd, episode 68 with, again, the spirit of being thankful. We're going to thank God. Thank God. We're going to open up our year thanking God for everything he gives. Don't forget, January 19th, 69, we start part 1 of a 6-part series on who, what, where, when, why, and how concealed carry. Don't miss that, because that's really going to be broken down into various sections and subsections, and a lot of thought process on carrying, the do's and don'ts. So we look forward to sending those things out in the Air Warriors. We hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, and we know that God has blessed you because you continue listening here. And we wish you, as we go into the Christmas holidays, the same thing, eternal blessings from above and into the new year. As always, I am humbled to be your host on Radar Cop Nation. This is Alpha Mike. Peace out.
Through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America.
Terminal level at the Hack. 4323, just 1322.